The purpose of today is for me to share useful ideas to you so you can actually apply them and have better results. Quick introduction about ourselves. I am the founder of our company, Sharpify. You can see we started in 2019. You can see the growth. Last 2 years, we have done a little bit above €1 million in revenue. We have more than 2,100 customers, more than 1,000 reviews, and we are basically serving customers worldwide. And we have a great YouTube channel in Latvia, which is the #1 business podcast in Latvian, and also doing that in English. About me personally, I'm a family guy. I love my team. I love my family. I have a small daughter and a wife, Gita. Have been also featured on the Baltics Forbes cover, which is a pretty cool thing. And I like enduro riding, cigars, MMA, wrestling, and right now actually CrossFit. So multiple things I like. Important first thing to remember, okay? Eating is like learning. I do eat steak throughout my life multiple times. Just the same way how I go to shower multiple times throughout my life. Like every day, basically, I go to shower. Learning is something similar. You don't stop eating because you had that food before. And every idea you already know can give you new insights and help you. So be open-minded, right? Be open-minded. What I'm actually gonna share is actual things we're doing. And if you are not closing 20, 30, 50, 60 deals per month, I can share useful information to you that will help you. And when I say deals, I mean deals worth thousands, not tens of euros, okay? Very important. So, who is ready to learn new stuff? Write in the channel below the video, right? I am ready. Okay, who wants to grow? I hope you want to grow. Who wants to get more sales? I hope and I know you guys want, because that's why you're here. That's why you're paying attention. That's why you came here, to get more sales, okay? And who wants to make more impact? Who would love to serve more customers, serve more clients, be more impactful to your community, to your local area, or to the world, right? Make an impact, make a move, okay? And most importantly, who will apply the stuff you learn? Okay, one thing is like paying attention, listening, and I hope you do pay attention. Don't just, do like Netflix, like, oh, watch Netflix and then write something in the phone. No, pay attention and then apply the information. And most importantly, it is taking action, okay? Because information is not power, information plus action, that is the actual power. So, quick side thing before we get started. Here are two Nixes. So 2 people like me, the same goals, the same aspirations. One of them on I think it's your right side, he's like partying, drinking, smoking. When it comes to Friday, we go partying, we go bowling, we go to the club, and then Saturday comes, we're like, oh, we're shitty, we feel bad, and we don't do the stuff we said we're gonna do because Nix wants big goals, and he says, yeah, I'm gonna work Saturdays, Sundays every week until I hit my targets. But actually, Friday, party, Saturday, nothing happens. That's one Nix. The second Nix, he's like, shit, my goal's more important than partying. My goal's more important than me, having a good time with buddies that actually do not lift me up in any way or shape or form. Basically, he wants to change the environment. He goes to the gym. He reads books. He pays attention. He's sharp. So I want you to be sharp. And remember, the question is, who is more likely to get the results you're seeking? Your version who is sloppy or floppy, or the version of you who is sharp? So I want you to be more sharp, okay? So first things first, okay? You are right now somewhere. That's like your current situation. Like, I'm here. And I want you to think about it. Like, where are you? Like, I'm making 5K, 3K, 10K, 20K, 100K. That's me here. The business is doing like this. And then you have your future self. Like, where do you want to be? You should be always aware of what it is. Like, where are you now and where you want to be. Okay? And I'm going to share the coolest idea you can have after serving thousands of customers, getting guest speakers on my show and speaking with them, working with them, also joining masterminds, spending money, traveling to USA, traveling to Europe, traveling to Dubai, traveling to Hong Kong, multiple places, learning, seeing the world, okay? This comes from them, okay? So here is the idea. Let's imagine it's a hockey game, and let's imagine Latvia is playing against United States. And let's imagine Latvia is, and this is actually a true story. Latvia is 3 goals ahead. So no, not 3, but Latvia has 3 goals and USA has 2 goals. And Latvia has a penalty. So we are like short-handed. How do you think Latvia would play? Write in the comments or right below the video. How do you think Latvia would play this game? How do you think? Would they play offensive or would they play defensive? Most likely, you know, and why? Because of the why. Why would they play defensive? Why? Because of this thing you see here on the screen. It is the scoreboard. That's why. Because, oh shit, we are ahead. Okay, shit, we have the penalty. Okay, this is how much time we have. That's why we're gonna choose this strategy, how to win United States, okay? Here, different game. It's cricket. Here's the scoreboard, guys. Here is it. You can see probably in the screen. How would you play? How would you play? Write in the comments. How would you play? Would you play offensive, defensive? What would be your strategy? All of you are thinking, man, Nix, what the hell are you showing me? What is that thing? What is that mumbo jumbo? What the hell? And you know why? Because you do not understand the scoreboard. You're like, shit, I don't know what's happening, right? You cannot win if you do not know the score. And how can you run a business if you don't have a clear scoreboard, right? How can you do it? So here are examples of scoreboards because you need to know the score in order to be able to win. Otherwise, ain't gonna happen. You're just gonna do the same stuff over and over and getting the same results and keeping stuck because you do not know the scoreboard. Here are examples. This is an example of a closer scoreboard where we track week to week, how much new cash, how many meetings done, how many new clients, what's the closing rate. Here is an example of our sales CRM where we track who booked the calls, how many calls happen, how many calls we did book this week, how many calls did we book this month. Here's an example of paid ad tracking. We know, okay, how much are we spending? How many people are signing up? What's the cost per person signing up? How many units are we selling? How much it is costing us to get one customer through this channel? And here's the company scoreboard, like the P&L company data. Like we're knowing, okay, how much are we making? How much are we spending? What is the percentage of this spending? What's the total revenue, okay? You need to know these things, okay? Because this data, these scoreboards tell you the story, tell you the situation. It tells you, hey, are we winning USA in hockey or are we losing, right? But most business guys or owners who are going into business, who are doing less than 7 figures mostly, they have no clue. And that's why they're stuck. This is the one big idea because you need data and also you need to know which data, okay? It's not just data, it is which data and how you are looking at it. Hugely important, right? Hugely important. And then the actions or understanding of this data to take correct actions. Because you may know the data, but you might not understand what kind of actions that you need to take to improve the data and have better results, okay? So data, actions, actions, data, data, actions, actions, data, okay? So let's get sharp. So pay attention to this, okay? I'm also gonna drop, share, like show you exactly how we do it. So it's gonna be really cool, okay? That was the first part. Now, and I hope you take notes, guys. Take notes and make notes and think about, okay, I need to know this. I'm like, sure, yes, Nix, I don't have any scoreboards. Boom, that's the first thing to solve. Let's jump into the 10 belief shifts, okay? Number 1 belief shift, and this will help you tremendously. It has helped my sales team, it has helped me personally, and it is something that I wanna give to you as a mindset, as a thinking process. Number 1, people don't have money. I wanna break that belief to you. So let's look at this Bentley Bentayga V8. Actually, a friend of mine has had this car and then it sold this car. So this car retails at 220,000 USD. And here in Riga, I'm in Latvia, Baltics, so we have a Bentley store. So let's imagine I go to that Bentley store, I get this brand new Bentley, and I go to you and I say, hey, this is a brand new Bentley. You can probably sell it for 100,000 in like 1 hour or 1 day. No problem, bro. I can actually sell you this car. Like something magically happened. They just don't want to do the Bentley Center. They're bankrupt. It is option only for tomorrow at 9 o'clock p.m. to get this car for 10 grand, for 10,000 euros. Would you want to come and buy the Bentley for 10,000 euros tomorrow at Riga? Maybe, yeah, imagine you have 2 days. Maybe you can fly to Riga. Would you take me off? Would you take this offer? Would you do it? Would you do it? And you can sell it easily for 100,000 or just use it, because why not? You will be like a balling, like a Bentley guy, you know, or a girl. Cool, right? So why? Why? Because the value of the product, the thing, is way higher than 10,000 euros. And maybe even you don't have the money, right? Maybe you don't even have the money. Okay, sorry, there's like a 1 0 too much, okay? But it's like the idea was 10,000. So maybe you don't even have the money, but you would find the money to get this deal because the value exceeds it, right? The value, the offer needs to exceed the perception of the money. This is also applying to contact information, to emails, to phone numbers, because you might run some ads and you're like, oh shit, lead cost is, oh my God, or people not signing up. I'm getting like 5 leads a week, which is like nothing, right? Like, this could be the thing, the value of the thing. For services, I'm gonna break down what you could do and should do to improve the value, plus add 7 steroids to make it even valuable. So we're gonna talk about that specifically also, right? So remember, people have money, they just don't see enough value in your offer, and you should solve that, okay? Number two, others can achieve because X, Y, and Z, but not me. No, other people can make 7 figures, 6 figures, 8 figures, but not me. I do not know math. I'm bad at speaking, etc. Okay? I say, fuck that thinking. Here's another idea. All things come down to doing, knowing, being. Period. Here's an idea. We many times look at USA and then we look at Europe. And most of the information comes from USA, so we're like, oh, USA, we need to talk about USA only, okay? Let me give you an example from East Europe, Latvia, okay? Let me give you a specific example. So, these are facts, okay? Alex Ramosi, maybe you know the guy, probably you know, I have seen his videos, he's very popular right now. He says his portfolio does. These are companies that he does not own majority in them. His business, acquisition.com, makes from 40 to 60,000 a year. In top line, not profit, top line. Here's my friend, Matis guy from Latvia. We have multiple videos. We do basically enduro riding every month, 2 times, 1 time a month. So this guy makes 200 million top line. A guy from Latvia, a guy who lives in a city or a region. He came from a region that has like 2,000 people in Latvia city when he was raising up. So facts. Here's another fact. This Latvian guy also makes 30 million profit per year. This other guy, Mikrotik company, we also made a video about this guy, makes 100 million profit per year. Nobody knows them. Nobody. They're not famous. They're not well known. They don't need to have huge YouTube following to make these kind of numbers, right? And there's gajillion people just like this. And the answer is, you can be like that also, okay? You can achieve anything you set your mind, focus, and attention on. But not everything, but anything. So if you really want to have specific targets for your business or for your finances, you can definitely do that. You need to put all of your mind, all of your focus, all of your attention on it. Then you can do it, okay? Let's go. Number 3. I can grow and I can't achieve, okay? So let me give you an example of Pokemon. So here's the TV show or a thing which is called Pokemon. It's like a big thing. Probably you have seen it, right? If you have kids, for sure. So Pokemon. The idea is like this. So the idea is, what is my next boss? For many of us, there is a boss. Let me give you the idea about Pokemon. So this is Magikarp. The boss can be defeating or winning Magikarp as your Pokemon. So that could be your first sale, like getting that first sale. That's like you're fighting against this Pokemon to win your first sale. Then for some of you, you have gotten your first sale. For some of you, you have the boss, which is Nidoking. which I maybe I'm mispronouncing it, okay? So it's like reaching your first 10,000 a month in top line revenue, right? Wow, like that's my boss. That's what I cannot do, and I want to do that right now. The next boss could be Mega Charizard. It's like hitting your 100K a month, right? You need to know what is my next boss? What is the boss I'm trying to defeat, okay? So let me give you my example. So one of the bosses I was fighting was Latvian YouTube channel, like Latvia YouTube. So here's the actual like facts. So I was making videos 6-7 years ago, and you can see we got like tens of views. Right now they're 100, but before it was tens of views. But now we have the fastest, no, I'm saying we have the most popular YouTube channel in Latvia about business. And you know why? Because we defeated that boss. Focus, attention, effort defeated that boss. Second boss example. I had this belief that I need to sell everybody. Like there's other people cannot sell my services. That was my boss. And the boss was, I want other people to sell my services. So boom, working hard at it, getting help, getting mentoring, learning from other people, taking action myself, iterating, changing, boom. Now we have a team that produces these results. When I'm gonna share the pipe drive, I have a team that sells, meets, closes deals, and books appointments. It's a team of 10 people right now. So that's the outcome. If you have a boss, you need to be the boss. Okay. Let's move forward. Okay. So the question is, what is your next boss? What is your me too? What is your next boss? So ask yourself, and then think, get help, change the action, work hard, and then defeat the boss. Okay. Number 4. I'm doing my maximum, Nix. I'm doing my maximum. Okay. So this is your current realization of maximum. Okay. So you might be thinking, oh, I have a great day. 100%. I did like 100% of effort and action. You have a shitty day. You have like 40%. That's like, wow, I did 40% of my maximum, right? It's like, wow, that's my maximum. So I want to give you your idea, and a good idea. You might be thinking this is your current maximum. And I want to give you an idea that your maximum, the new maximum, you should put like 5 times higher, 5 times more, like 500% is my new maximum. So whenever you look at it like that, when you can put a mental frame in your mind that, hey, there are people doing way more, being more productive, getting more stuff done, more output driven, more getting output done, right? Put that effort in you, put the new standard, and then try to do it and try to be better. And then when you do this, when you have an amazing day, you might be 3 times more productive than you were last month. Because you have the new standard, the new idea of the maximum, the new idea of what I can achieve, what I can do, and how much I can produce. A great example of this is when people join our company, they have been working in some sales department, like a call center, and they're like, yeah, I used to do like 20 calls a day. And they come to us and we're like, bro, my team members are, bro, 20 calls, that's nothing, bro. We do 100 to 300 calls per day minimum. Bro, or not minimum, but that's like the range we do, right? Boom, the person has boom, like from 100% maximum, they go to 500% maximum, just like that. Because just they change the environment of people around them. That's it. Okay, that's it, right? And the story of my story, personal story, is running from Riga to Valmiera, which is like 107 kilometers. So I finished this run in like 15 hours. So that was like, I used to not like think, oh my days, it's not possible. It's not possible. And I don't run so much, so you guys know, I'm not like running every day or running hundreds of kilometers per week or per month. I'm not doing that, okay? So, and I did it because I changed my beliefs about my maximum. So I was like, oh, like a marathon is like maximum I can do. But then you just adapt and change. And you know what happens? You just do it. Was it painful? Was it hard? Yes. Did I want to quit? Yes. Did I run the last 7 kilometers the fastest throughout the race? Yes. Was I surprised about it? Yes. I was like, why? How can you run last 7 kilometers the fastest pace? Imagine that. Like last 7 kilometers was the fastest. Like per minute per, no, how many minutes per kilometer? The fastest. So it was like, wow. And you actually can do way more than you think your body can take, and your mind, you can actually do way more. So put the maximum, okay? How much more could you achieve, become, and experience if you pushed beyond what you thought possible? That's the question. So I want to invite you, just like a snake that changes their skin on average 3 to 6 months, every time they just change their skin, just like you see in the video. I want you to shed to your next you. Push yourself to evolve into a better, stronger version of who you are right now. Okay? So, why? Why? To allow for growth, and you need to remove parasites and old damaged skin. This is the same thing for a skin. They basically want to grow, and they want to remove parasites, and they want to remove the old skin. And then here you can see how often they actually change. Oh, so sorry, typically every 2 months, skin they change. Okay? So, let's go number 4. Number 4 solution, which I just said, is I can't achieve more, is you have more levels to what you can do, okay? So let's go to number 5. Oh, this is a big one. It's a big one. I don't feel like it today. So I don't feel like it today. Like, why should I work? I don't feel like it today. So you are what you choose to be. And I want to give you a great idea. 2 ideas. One of them is actors. Like you can see here, Brad Pitt and George Clooney. What do you think? When they need to make a movie, you know, they need to be in the character of the movie, right? The movie character. They need to be inside of them. That's why they're the world-class, top actors. Because they can change their emotions, their behavior, and their character to be the character that the movie requires them to be, right? For you, you need to do the same thing. You need to choose the character when you are working. You need to have a working character. Just like Elden Ring or other games, you go into the game, you select the character, right? You're like, hey, I'm choosing the character, right? I'm choosing who I'm gonna be, who I'm gonna play like. For the business you are in and for the next version of you, you maybe need to adapt the character, change the character, pick a different character. And then you need to be inside of that role, play like that character to win. So the realization is, you don't let emotions drive your decisions. You act as your character needs you to act, and you can be whatever character you need to be. Okay? Let's go 6. Everyone knows me. Like, everyone knows me. Like, the world is small, everyone knows me. My embarrassing story. So, when I started running ads, and I started doing it in my local country, which is really recommended for all of you guys who are maybe in the 6-figure range, I would really recommend you to do it in your local market. So I was running ads in Latvia. I was doing it for 1.5 years. I had, I think, reached more than 2 million people. By the way, Latvia has 1.5, 1.8 million people. So I thought everybody knows me. Everybody has seen me. So I go up to a client. I say, yeah, this ad thing, this is the coolest thing. This is like, it's gonna blow you up. And it has blown me up because everybody knows me. And they're like, they say like, really? And I'll say, yeah, really. And they say, would you want to go and just check it? I ask people on the street. I'm like, you know, back then I was cocky and I was like, yeah. All right, let's go. So we go. It's me, the person I'm trying to sell, and then there's like a female friend of that person who's also working in the company, which I was trying to sell my services to. So we go to the street, and imagine this. So we walk, and she's like, hey, mister, stop. Do you know this guy? Have you seen this guy? And the person's like, no. I was like, it's like first guy. It's okay, just first guy. So we're like, okay, I'm getting a little bit nervous. So we go to the next one. The ladies again, hey, stop, lady. Do you know this person? And they're showing at me, right? And they're like, no, never seen this guy, don't know. I'm like, and then we do this for 8 to 10 people. And just one said something. They just, oh yeah, I saw maybe some ads about this. Maybe. But he was like, maybe. Not sure even, but maybe. And I was like so embarrassed about my cockiness or thinking that that somebody knows me. And it's like, like, oh my God, it was like such a humbling experience for me back like 4 years ago, basically. So the facts are, population of Latvia, 1.8 million people, right? By the World Bank. And let's say 5% know who you are, which is like 93,000 people. We're not gonna put the weight on the whole world on you, right? Let's imagine only English-speaking people. There's 1.5 billion people around the world, according to some statistics, right? Not even 0.01% would know that I exist or that my business exists or that what I do, right? The idea is, now is the time to be bold. Now it is the time to step up, take action, and expand your reach. Because what I'm gonna share today with you can help you to do that, right? Reaching more people, helping more people, and having more impact, okay? Number 7 is, I'm reading business books to be good at business, right? That's my idea. I'm gonna read business books, and that's how I'm gonna be smart at business, right? So this is me with my business books. So I have a lot of business books, right? like a lot. Just on Audible, it's like close to 300. So it's a lot. So my story, I had a goal when I started setting goals. So my first goal was, I want to make 1,000 euros and I want to read 100 books and I want to do a half marathon. Okay, that was my goal. And I wanted to do this because I wanted to be a businessman. I wanted to, like learn stuff. Okay, so I was just learning, and I was like trying to knowing. I'm doing the knowing stuff. Remember, I was talking about knowing, and then it's the 2 other things which you need to remember, right? It's the doing stuff and being stuff. But I was just knowing. And you know what I was missing? I was missing the part which is actually doing, taking action, right? And then I could be that person because I was just learning, sucking information. The thing you need to remember is, books are written with the author's context. And you can read books to get ideas, but then you need to think for yourself on how to apply them to your situation. But the most important thing is taking action. It is not worth it. I did not get good at business. I did not start any customer acquisitions. I did not try anything in the real world. And if you ask me right now, what do you remember? Yeah, I remember certain things from certain books, but it's like, do I actually know that? Or am I actually being that person who knows these things? Am I taking the real action in it? And the answer is no. Because most of us sometimes just need to stop the consumption and we need to start creating stuff. We need to start doing stuff. Because that's how you learn deeper inside of you, and that's how you can actually change yourself or the environment you're in, by doing. Not talking, not listening, doing. So do more, okay? Number 8, making money is hard. Okay, making money is hard. Okay, it's making money is just like taking money from other people is hard, right? So here's a great thing from Naval. I really like the guy. You will get rich. This is a quote from him. You will get rich by giving society what it wants, but doesn't yet know how to get at scale. One more time. You will get rich by giving society what it wants, but does not yet know how to get at scale. And here are the forms of leverage that he was talking about in his podcasts, in his Twitter threads. So the lowest level of leverage is labor, having other people do stuff that kind of drives some outputs, like other people calling people, doing stuff for you. The second form of leverage is capital. The third form of leverage is media, products, and code. And I would just cut it there, because the last one is creativity, which he has talked about, but I think that's very too much subjective. So I think the most important for you is to remember that you could use code, media, products, capital, and labor to grow. And it's fine to start below, right? This right now, you're using capital, we're spending money on ads, and we're using media, which is right now this video. We're like communicating to multiple people at once. This is not like a live event, right? I'm not like speaking just like live. And we're gonna turn this into a product, which is gonna be a lead magnet, which we're gonna use later on, right? And we're gonna use code because we're gonna use a website to just host it, so we can do it like that. So you get the thinking, right? Okay, so where we use leverage, multiple things. We are right now building a software that will do code for our customers. We're using products to give training materials. We are using capital to hire better people, to expand our reach, to spend money on video production, video editing, and we're using labor. So we're using people who are delivering services, helping customers, building sales funnels, creating ads, creating landing pages, creating like the whole ecosystem of the business, and then salespeople who are driving new sales, new customers, new revenue for the business. Okay? So making money is not hard. It is a skill you can learn. Just like anything else. It is a skill. So have this mindset that, hey, right now I'm producing this much income. I want to do this much. And it's not hard or easy. It is just a skill that you need to learn. Just like hockey skating is the same thing. You will never be like day one, like NHL player level hockey skater. It's just not gonna happen. You're gonna take the time, you're gonna learn the skill, you need to do the practice, do it, and then you can get good at it. Making money or taking money from customers, same way, right? Some people like taking money. Nix, what are you talking about? The reality is like the making stuff happens in like central bank in Germany or USA or other governments that print money, right? So 9, a cool one. Multiple people I have heard this, oh my God, and it's driving me mad. My clients, Nix, are not online. Here are the facts. Over 5.4 billion people are online globally. The e-com market, only e-com market, will exceed 6 trillion. 6 trillion, guys, it's crazy. 4.8 billion people use social media, guys. 4.8 billion people. 92% of B2B buyers start their journey online. You're like, wow, Nix, really? B2B people also? Yes, you. Yes. And there's a new era. And the new era is B2Y. And you might thinking, what the hell is Y? Okay, so Y is the generation Y. It's the millennials. These are the people born from 1981 and 1996. The people ages from 29 to 44 or 28 to 43, depending on the year. Okay, so these are the hottest buyers, B2B, B2C, everybody. These are the most people with the most money, with the most action taking. These are the people who spend the most money. Spending wise, they are producing the most revenue economically. That's like a fact. It's not like me thinking about it. It's like a fact. Okay. And these people are online. And the question isn't whether your customers are online, is how effectively am I reaching them online? That is the question. How effectively am I reaching them? Or am I doing the action to reach them, right? So number 9, the solution is you need to adapt to the new era or be left behind. Okay, so adapt, change, shed your skin like a snake, remember, right? So last one, this is a big one. It's a really big one. I'll do it tomorrow. Okay, so a couple of stories. Okay, so I was doing enduro riding, and you know what? I was doing it for 1.5 years, and I had my first big accident. And before that, you know, my daughter was born. It happened like last year in March. So I had an accident. I fell from my bike, got knocked out. I had internal bleeding. I broke ribs, I think 4 ribs, collarbone, and I fractured, not fractured, but I kind of injured, it was internal bleeding in my spleen. So I went to hospital really fast because I couldn't move. And they say, hey, Nix, 2 options, bro. We don't cut you and you die, or we cut you and take out your organ and you might live. What do you want to do? And this is like, I'm not kidding. This is exactly how the lady who was taking my this scanning of the organs told me. And I was like, okay, cut me. It's okay. And then they give me something to sign. And then I wake up with this big scar. And they basically took out my spleen. So I have I'm missing one organ. So this is your first time live with a person who has not one organ, maybe, right? I think it's not so common, right? So, and it got me thinking, that, and I remember this quote from Seneca. So people are frugal in guarding their personal property, but as soon as it comes to squandering time, they're most wasteful of the one thing in which it is right to be stingy. So going back here, it is very important that you take life seriously. And when I was in hospital, I was like, shit, this thing could have killed me. And I could like never meet my family again. My small daughter, which is like, she was at the time like less than 1 year old. It's like crazy if I think about it now. So be very thoughtful of what you're doing day to day, because tomorrow might not come. And also look at this experiment, which is we're gonna break down it will make you basically move faster. So let's say you're in your 30s, and let's say maybe you're in the 20s. Let's imagine 30 years you're gonna hustle and do the grind. Here on the left, you can see 30 years. On the right, you can see it breaking down in months. So every month, it's just one down, one down, one down. And weeks go flying by like crazy. Weeks go flying by like crazy. I really recommend you right now, what to do after our workshop is just open Google Calendar or open the calendar and look throughout the weeks. It's already 5 weeks, guys, in 2025. It's crazy. It's going fast. It's going wild. It's like 5 weeks. What did you accomplish? Ask yourself this question. So time is running out and your life depends on today. Not tomorrow, but today. What you do today, because tomorrow might not come. Okay? So thank you for this part. Let's make a move and let's move forward.